Rather than talk about the absurd questions being asked by Democrats or the unsupported conclusions made by Republicans, let's talk to someone who has taken the Twitter files seriously and offered thoughtful analysis on what they mean and what they don't mean. Joining me now is Andrew Prokop, senior politics correspondent for Vox, who wrote the piece, quote, "Why the Twitter Files Actually Matter." Andrew, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so first tell me why, in your view, the Twitter files do matter.
Well, the journalists behind the Twitter files, their presentation is often hyperbolic, occasionally misleading, but they have obtained a great deal of information, documents that provide a real look into the inner workings of an extremely powerful social media company and how it made big picture political decisions that had a real impact. And I think that those decisions are not immune to second guessing. And just because people may not like some of the way these journalists have been describing their findings, it doesn't mean that it has to be totally polarized and that, they're wrong about everything and that the previous management at Twitter was right about every single decision they made. I think these deserve to be evaluated on a case by case basis, and that we really should take seriously what these files show.
So let me ask, have you seen evidence of politicization, A, by the government and B, by Twitter?
I think the government question, some of the Twitter files journalists have been trying to spin a theory that the decision to censor the New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story was somehow influenced by the FBI, that the FBI somehow led Twitter to believe that this was a Russian hack and that's why Twitter censored it. And I don't think that this has been substantiated at all. I think they're way overreaching in making that claim. It looks to me like the FBI was having good faith meetings with Twitter because they took the Russian interference in 2016 seriously. They took the hacking of Democrats' emails seriously, and that everyone in the FBI and in Twitter and Facebook themselves were kind of expecting a potential sequel to that, another Russian hack. So it seems to me that Twitter executives, the files showed, jumped to the false conclusion in good faith, so far as we know is false, that this Hunter Biden laptop may have been another hack, and that they overreached in trying to suppress the story while they tried to evaluate that and get more information on that. But as you said, they quickly backed down, they moved on. I think the government actions that perhaps deserve a bit more, that may make me a little more queasy, are some of the decisions that they made, that the Biden administration reached out to Twitter to try to make happen during the COVID-19 pandemic. Basically, in a sense, it's understandable. It's an emergency situation. There's a dangerous pandemic. The Biden administration was worried about the spread of false information about vaccines, and so they reached out and asked for certain accounts to be suppressed.
Right, but went too far.
But yes, I think that that is perhaps something that the government should not be doing for U.S. citizens who have broken no law.
Right. So look, I think it's worth a read. If you're interested in this story, go back and read Andrew's story. It's from a couple months ago, but it's still relevant today. It's in Vox. Andrew Prokop, thanks a lot for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.